Hello. Yeah. Hi. So I'm back. SparkNote's version of the Why Were You Gone is that, well, basically, the depression hit me really hard. Like, either it came up and smacked me right in the face, or I face planted right into it, whichever way you want to look at it. And I filmed an episode 10 and never edited it. And then I bought Animal Crossing and on the 9th of April, and basically since then, until about a week ago, my entire existence was Animal Crossing. And I did absolutely nothing but play Animal Crossing and do chores. So yeah, and then a week ago, I picked up all of my knitting and crocheting and sewing and various other things. Was like, wow, I missed doing this. Why did I stop? Also, my hair looks really, really ridiculous right now, because I washed it Thursday night, Friday night. I didn't put any product in it or anything. I tried to make how pale and kind of sickly I look not so awful with makeup, and I don't think I succeeded. I think I went a little bit dark on the lipstick. But yeah, so the next little bit are a couple of things that I have been unsubscribing from people for and unfollowing people for, and that is not addressing the COVID-19 situation, the Black Lives Matter situation, and the Ravelry situation. So in the past week, I've gone back through and I've watched basically all of the Yarn podcast people that I had previously been watching, and I watched their newest episode, and quite a few of them were not addressing any of these things. And I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of it. I am tired of just seeing people, observing the opinions of people who don't care about the same things that I do. So COVID-19 is still happening. Do not go outside unless you absolutely need to, and if you absolutely need to, wear a fucking mask, please. Black Lives Matter. They always have, and they always will. If you don't like that statement, please see your way out of here. And then there's the situation with Ravelry. So, mid-June, Ravelry decided that they were going to change their whole site. And there have been multiple reports of accessibility issues with this new site, causing people migraines and, in some severe cases, epileptic seizures. And Ravelry's being really damn quiet about it. And they're all like, oh, well, we put a button to where you can put it back to classic mode. Yeah, but that person who is getting migraines and epileptic and getting like seizures triggered by your site still has to access your site in order to press that button. Multiple other people have said it much more succinctly and much better than I have. Kalisha being one of them, from Quirky Monday Craftcast. I believe Hannah from Cozy Cottage also said it very well. Claudia from Crochet Luna said it very well. Hannah from the Corner of Craft. Gail from GG Made It. Basically, you know, the people you expect to be saying things very succinctly and very eloquently are saying things very succinctly and very eloquently, much better than I ever could. So check the down bar. I will do my best to link you to either the pattern creators' Instagram or their website from now on until Ravelry gets their shit together. If Ravelry never gets their shit together, hopefully we all moved to a new website. Pardon me, I had the porch door open most of the morning and it's still a pinch warm. I don't know if the lighting's super great because it's, I don't know, I think it's just after 11:30. My shirt is still damp. And the sun hasn't quite made it around to the west windows. Yeah, and then there's going to be a whole bunch of life shit at the end. Just because I've been gone for a while. I'm going to talk about Animal Crossing and my birthday, because you guys are either going to see this on my birthday or the day before. Not sure. Today is Sunday the 5th. My birthday is Wednesday the 8th. Happy 24 to me. So now we're going to go into FOs. So I have 2 knitted FOs, and that's like, these are what I showed you in the episode, on the one you were supposed to see on like April 8th, the beginning. And that is my Woodland Walk socks, which I totally did finish in time. Sorry, I don't have sock blockers, so, and my cat decided that he was going to lay on them and help them dry, so now they're very flat. And covered in hair. So here's my Woodland Walk socks. I did the Fish Lip Kiss heel. I started at row 1 for the right hand sock, and then I started at row 11 for the left hand sock so the patterns would mirror each other. I believe I did 1.5 pattern repeats for the leg. Yeah. And other than that, I did the pattern how the pattern said. Then I have the My Little Secret crop from Jessie Mae Martinson, or Jessie Mae Designs. So this was a DK weight held with a lace weight because this DK weight like this brand of DK weight definitely sort of looks more like a very plump sock, kind of in the way that Patton's Croy socks is very plump. Let me slip it on for you. I'm not, hair. I'm not wearing it today because it is very itchy and I have yet to buy any fabric softener in order to give it a bit of a fabric softener treatment. I don't own any bobby pins, so yeah. Also, this is my Orion beanie. It got put through the washer on hot water, and I didn't think that the wool content in the yarn I used, it was some mystery yarn from my stash that I picked up at the thrift store. I didn't think that it would be a high enough wool content to felt, and it was. So now I have to make myself a new Orion beanie, but no big deal. I love Kalisha's patterns. I think they're all very well written. And I'm very happy with them. Now to figure out, yeah, okay. So yeah, those are from the last week of March, first week of April. This I made like a week or 2 ago because I was testing out patterns and shapes. Now you're probably looking at this and being all like, oh my god, that's fucking tiny. Of course the hat and the glasses don't want to cooperate with everything, and that's why I don't wear my glasses all the time, is because I would rather be able to wear safety devices like this. There we go. Ta-da! And there goes the hat again. So yeah, this one is definitely a little bit close to my mouth and my nose, and you can see now I don't have nose pieces, but even with the disposable ones, I've never found the nose pieces particularly helpful to not fogging up my glasses. Alright, I'm just gonna put my hair up, apparently. Yeah. So, I need to make myself a few more of these, with more layers of fabric, because these are only, yeah, this one's only 2 layers because I was basically making mock-ups. I also made one for my fiance. And how I made mine, I directly traced one of the disposable ones, fanned out, the pleated ones, fanned it out, traced it, straightened up the back edge, and then sewed it for me. And then for my fiance, oh, and I also like chopped off the bottom sort of wedge to make the bottom flat. Excuse me, it's the 5th, you're no longer allowed to do that. My fiance's, on the other hand, I traced the fanned out disposable one, added a half-inch seam allowance, because I use a half-inch seam allowance when I sew, and did not cut the wedge off. I need to make him a new couple with the arch moved upwards because his nose is a bit larger, and then the bottom wedge cut off for him as well. I left the bottom wedge on because he does have a beard, and then he shaved it all off. So yeah, that is FOs. I didn't even think I was going to have FOs. So my show notes don't even have an FO section. So now, whip time. So we're gonna go with the most exciting whip right now. And that is my Goth Kitty knee socks. Boop. Can you see all of that? Boop. So this is Gentleman Gray patent Croy sock. And then Vitalana something in Wisteria? Somewhere around here. Anyway, it's knit crate yarn. It was the April knit crate yarn. And I was talking about it in the last episode, in episode 9. So, Rounded Toe by Tanya Murray, or The Knitting Swede. Then the kitty ankle sock by her name's on the screen, and also in my Instagram post about it. Fish Lips Kiss Heel by The Socks Therapist, and then basic toe up knee sock, basic knee high toe up sock, something like that, by something Stitch. Again, on the screen. She does not have that designer does not appear to have an Instagram account, but the other 3 do. Yeah. And then I did about an inch, 10 rounds of 2x2 ribbing, and then I did Jenny's surprisingly stretchy bind off in pattern. So yeah, and there was a good deal of winging it as well, especially in this section, the leg section, because I think the basic knee-high pattern has you stop after 5 repeats. So yeah, here is the first increase, and then every white pin is the increase round, and there's 10 rounds between each one, and I believe they have you do 55 rows, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 55. They have you stop there-ish. That was not knee-high for me. This is still actually like 2-3 inches below my knee, but my calf narrows down significantly there. And I didn't want to have to deal with more shaping than I've already dealt with here. So I definitely will be knitting myself more pairs of knee-high socks, just because I'm a knee-high sock bitch. I really am. But I will be trying to find a pattern that puts the increases as a back seam, or I will be using the sort of idea, the like sort of idea present in this one and just moving the increases to the back seam. So yeah, that is sock 1. Oop. And here is sock 2. As I said, it's the 5th. I'm trying to finish these for my birthday so they can be part of my birthday fit, despite the fact that I am staying in. I think I have, the Goblin King is going to be here, and then I believe one of his co-workers wants to come over and play Animal Crossing with me, so. And this is what, so I divided the Vidalana, the marled one, into 2 balls. This is what I have, divided it in half. This is what I have left of the first half. And then this is the gray, and I only have to do the rows of ribbing. So I think that I might be able to get like contrast out of this for another pair of socks later on. Then we have again a very much like totally winging it sort of thing with this. So this is the Loops and Threads cotton colors, and this one's the foxglove color. It's a worsted weight 100% cotton, and I am just trying to make myself a round yoked tee with it because I thought that might be cute. We'll see. We will see. I'm also using like yarn over sort of eyelet style increases to try and make it look a little bit less plain and a little bit fancier. I don't know if the eyelets are going to work very well with striping, because this is I thought it would be a little bit more variegated. I thought it would have a little bit more of color change to it. It does not. It is very muchly just whoomp. Like you get 2-3 stitches where the color is sort of fading together. And these are on size 7, so 4.5 millimeter, and I believe that this is a 16-inch cord. I have no idea. I don't even know what brand these are. I think these are one of the random pairs of needles I bought at a thrift store one time. So there's that. Then making a crochet basket for my roommate. Making it really, really big. Gonna make it with handles. Worsted weight acrylic from Michael's, holding 3 together using my big ass and 10 millimeter hook. That's kind of on hold until I finish the socks. Like literally everything is on hold until I finish the socks because I really, really, really want those socks for my birthday. I don't even know why I'm bothering to take the time to film this. Probably because I really felt like filming it. And then we have a kind of silly pile of things. So I don't know if you can see her in this shot, but in previous episodes you've been able to see this little lady. And this is a doll that I customized. She was the first like serious doll that I've ever customized. She's not that great, really. Like she's not that good. I have there are so many people who do so much better work with doll customizing, but I really wanted to try it because last year one of my favorite doll customizers was holding a big collab, and all of that. So this was actually, at one point in time, her theme was a little bit different, and this was her little beach bag, but I decided that no. So there's that. So I do doll customizing. Not quite as much as I do everything else. I have a lot of different hobbies, and that's okay. So recently, what actually got me to pick up my knitting again was that I had a random burst of inspiration to make a Mori girl, a Mori K styled doll. So Mori K is a Japanese street fashion. and it's basically just like forest style or forest girl. So it's all, honestly, just Google it, because I am not going to like explain it well. So I have some little bloomers here, some little itty bitty bloomers that I made. I have a brown wrap dress that I am in the middle of making. I promise it'll be really cute when it's done, but it looks kind of meh here. Then we have a knitted piece I'm working on for it, and it is a, if you're wondering why there's like so many like different things and like not really going together in an outfit, I kept having different ideas for different outfits. So I'm thinking I'm going to make a collection of Mori Kei dolls, or I'm going to make a singular Mori Kei doll with a collection of clothing to go with her. And then I'm just making a little duster thing. So basically I'm just knitting a rectangle, put cast off a few in the middle, put half and half, gonna knit the front of it, and I'm gonna knit some sleeves. So depending on, like, I'm probably going to put quite a few of my doll patterns up somewhere, but because Ravelry has essentially shit the bed, I don't know where. So they might go up on my blog. Yeah, I have a blog. I don't really use it. I try very hard to use it for show notes and like put the show notes on there and just link those to you, but I also completely type them out into the description box, so I don't know why I bother with that either. Also, I've got some tea that I made. Excellent. You might be wondering why I have hot tea when I was saying it was hot. I don't drink cold tea, really. Like, I make big gallon pitchers of cold sun tea. I don't ever drink them. Alright, so we're gonna cycle back to some sewing whips. So, if you are sensitive to talking about periods, please leave. Okay, so I have a uterus. I have periods. I haven't used disposable menstrual products in long enough to where I can't remember, but I'm going to say very late 2016, early 2017. Because I know I didn't stop until after I stopped high school, and I was taking college courses when I stopped. Okay, anyway. So I have a whole bunch of pads that I made when I stopped. Excuse me while I try and rifle about and find one of the ones that needs to be mended. But they are definitely more panty liner than pad. I've never found them to be long enough. They always sort of flip upside down in my underwear. I know, this is really weird, but that could also be because I only like do one tiny snap on a little and then just whoop. So maybe if I did 2 snaps, or if I did like a larger square of Velcro. I don't personally notice the snaps, but I have totally talked to some gals and uterus owners who have issues and notice the snaps, so I think I might try some Velcro. So generally speaking, my favorite way to make pads is with a fleecy flannel, brushed cotton kind of thing as the pad with 4 layers, and then the like arms base of it to be 2 layers of quilting cotton. As you can tell, this is same fabric from my mask because I love strawberries. I love this print. It's some random like grandma's fabric stash, and they're like in 10 by 10 squares. I think maybe they're not in 10 by 10 squares. Maybe they're in fat quarters. I haven't actually measured the damn things. So you'll notice that each one of these is ever so slightly different, and that's just because I was testing out. I was both trying to get the tension on my fucking machine to work well, so I don't know if you can really tell, but Thread tension. It's just not my pal. Like, it's really, really not. And I don't know what's going on. I think, honestly, it's just that it needs to be cleaned. So yeah, now I just need to order some little Velcro tape. I don't think I'm gonna order, like, pre-cuts. I'm just gonna order, like, a tape roll of it. But I need to order that now. So that's that. So those are basically waiting until I get closures, and then I'm going to test how the sizes feel, and then I'm going to make more of whichever one was the best. Then, back to slightly more yarny content. I was watching Crochet Luna, her most recent episode, and she held up these little skein, little cake cozies. And she was mentioning how she liked how they have a bottom on them. And I'm like, don't they all have bottoms on them? And then I thought that, like, I've also seen people, like, cut up baby socks from the dollar store, or, like, kid socks from the dollar store, and just use those as, like, kind of a ball band on their cake. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I made these. And then I was watching Megan, Bad Wolf Girl Sits and Knits. And she also brought up some cake cozies. So I don't currently have money to be buying things willy-nilly from different Etsy stores, despite the fact that I would absolutely adore to. So I'm all like, oh, let me just try and make one of those myself. As you can tell, this is the only one with elastic in it, and that's because this was the closest one to actually working. I think that this one's even still a bit too small. So this was the first one, and the bottom was too big compared to the sides. Then this one, the bottom was too small compared to the size. See the pleat there? And then this one, so these two, what I had done was I essentially just traced the dimensions and added half an inch all the way around everything. So these two, I started by taking the white and turning it into the, doing a little hem for the elastic casing, and then turning it into a tube, and then sewing it onto the circle. Obviously that didn't work. So this one, I did the hem for the elastic, I did the elastic casing. Then I stitched the fabric. No. What did I do? How did I do this? I'm drawing a blank. But basically, I didn't do this side seam. I didn't turn the white into a tube until after I stitched the white onto the purple circle. I'm sure that there is a YouTube video tutorial teaching me how to make these better, but I just was winging it. I felt really inspired the other night because I do have a couple of cakes. So yeah, there's that. I don't know if I'm going to try making more of these or like just use what I have here. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But those are there. Then my Hexie Puffs. Yeah, basically I think you've seen every single other one that's in here, besides this one, and this was, I made this basically as soon as the purple came in, because I knew that it wouldn't take a whole bunch away from the full skein and hinder me making socks particularly a lot. So there's that. So now I need to cover stashquisitions a bit. So I know for a fact that I had mentioned buying 2 of these, and then 2 of these are knit crate things. So stashquisitions and plans are kind of being combined together. So I know that I had talked about buying these 2 from Rebecca of Chem Knits. Boop boop. And these are Leave No Die Behind lives from March 4th. Yeah. So these guys literally sat in my cart the entirety of March. And then well into April, I believe. I think I got my tax return, and then like 3 days later I got the stimulus check. Anyway, so mid-April I bought these. I bought these while I was still thinking that I was going to get back to knitting after playing Animal Crossing for like a week, and then I would be, I would have it where I wanted it, and so yeah, these guys are going to be the Golden Gardens socks and I didn't make that note, so it's on the screen now, which are a really lovely color work sock pattern inspired by a Norwegian garden in Seattle. It's very nice. So that's these, and that will be my next pair of socks. That'll be my next cast on once I'm done with those. Then we have Teeny Button Studio, and this is the Island Getaway. So this is the yarn that is themed after the colors of the Animal Crossing Switch edition, the Animal Crossing Edition Switch colorway thingy, maboop. So these guys, I was originally going to do a pattern called Tofino, and then I realized that that pattern was written for, I believe, sport weight, and that it was the pattern was a 6-stitch repeat, and that I don't believe that I could get a pair of socks. Anyway, it was just basically waves. And then there's another pattern on Ravelry, that is Nook ink socks. So if you play Animal Crossing, one of the novelty items you can get from the Nook mileage section of the shop is a pair of socks, a pair of hand knit color work kind of socks, looking socks, and somebody basically turned that color work into a design. She basically just took that and charted the color charts for it. So I'm taking inspiration from both of those things, and I am going to do a small bit of color work with this, and I'm going to do the Nook ink leaf on this background, and then I'm going to do waves and do the rest of the sock in this. I don't know if I'm going to do those toe up or if I'm going to do them cuff down. Depends. I recently bought El Tannen, one of Kalisha's sock pattern that's up right now. And she has a rounded toe pattern, and she does cuff down patterns. So I really want to try a bunch of socks with a rounded toe, to see if that fits me a bit better. I think the Fish Lips Kiss heel might not fit me that well. So Golden Gardens, you do a heel flap and gusset. So I'm gonna do that one with a heel flap and gusset, just to see if that fits me better. I also want to buy, I don't know if it's a paid pattern or not, or I don't know, but Kay Jones of the Bakery Bear, she does a thing called the umbrella toe. I want to get that pattern, but she also recently made the umbrella heel, which I believe is a style of afterthought heel. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. And I want to try those out as well. But anyway, you're going to basically have the Nook ink leaf and some waves in color work. Those are like very pushed. Yeah, because it's gonna be the Golden Gardens. Then I'm going to do, oh goodness. So I have all of my patterns pulled up in Adobe on my laptop. So let's see. Okay, So here we go. So yeah, these are going to be pushed quite a bit. These may not be a sock I get to until like September. Who knows? So yeah, it's gonna be the Golden Gardens with the Chemnitz yarn. Then I'm going to do, what had I decided? Yeah, I'm gonna do Christmas tree socks. So they have like a all over sort of eyelet, like around the leg and then on top of the foot. With this, and this is the June Knit Crate yarn. It's Vidalana Ambient Sock, and this is Jungle Walk. Honestly, this feels like a very low-key sort of Christmassy colored way to me. Like, it's supposed to be like brick red and taupe and foresty green, but it reads as low-key Christmas to me. And then I was going to make my fiance a pair of the Altanin socks with the Lion brand yarn that I showed in the last episode. I believe it is taffy and taffy, and I pulled out a bit of this to get to the gold to do the eyes on my socks. So taffy and snow cone. Doing the Altanin socks on that, and then Floridian shrimp socks, which are written as an ankle, but I might make them a shorty with like one. They're very cute. It's solid color background with a colorwork pattern of shrimps and hearts. I'm gonna do that with the leftover snow cone and probably the pink from Chemnitz, but I do also have the Lion brand sock in Cotton Candy. There we go. So that might be the colorwork shrimp bit in there, or I might make some matching crazy colors for shrimps. Who knows? Who knows what I'm doing? Yeah. And then these guys are happening. So, yeah. And I will eventually also be doing the paint pan socks. I believe that I will have enough like small balls of random colors to do the paint pan by the time I'm done with that list of socks. So hopefully I can find a nice solid color that I like and have it look like do the paint pan socks. So there's that. Then going back to stash, this is the May knit crate, and you were sent a blank skein of yarn and some Kool-Aid to dye it with. I did not want to make a purple skein of yarn. I wanted to make a blue one, so I went out and I bought some blue Kool-Aid. I bought some of the blue raspberry lemonade, some lemonade, some tropical punch, and used the grape and a couple of other things, I think. But basically, I tried to make a blue and blue-green sort of tonal. So like what I did was I mixed a blue-green, put like a fourth of the skein in the blue-green and the rest of the skein in the blue, let it soak up that way, and then I tried to speckle it, like redo it, so half of the speckles would be, half of the greener portion would have red speckles and half of it would have purple speckles. But the red speckles kind of overtook everything, so now all of the speckles read as red. Next time, because I will be trying this again, I'm going to try and make a bigger difference between the green and the green, blue, and the blue. And I think I'm also going to do only purple speckles if I do speckles. Who knows? But this, so I was thinking about making a pair of socks with it and doing like fins, which is a very interesting sort of textured sock. But then I'm all like, I don't want to hide all of the hard work I did. So now I think I'm going to make the Secret Summer Crop by Jessie May Designs with this. Hopefully 100 gram skein will make my size. I don't know. It might wind up being very cropped, but I think it's bottom up. yeah, so we'll see what that guy turns into. And then I'll be making myself a crochet basket with these 3 colors here, just like Alicia's when I'm done with hers. And yeah, that's it for right now in Yarny Land. So now on to life updates. Life shit. So I've got a good bit of things. So my birthday, I don't know if you're seeing this the day before or on my birthday. It depends on what is happening. Yeah, so I'm turning 24. It's really weird to think about. And like this whole year has just been really, really fucked. And I don't even really feel like celebrating because of all of the fucked things that have happened recently. Yeah. So that's that. That's that. Everything, like all of the ferments and everything have totally tanked because I hit a wall of depression and then only played Animal Crossing for 3 months. So yeah. I don't think I'm gonna restart a sourdough. I might restart the ginger bug. And the scrap vinegar has not been opened. Like it could be a big moldy ball, or it could be like genuinely good cleaning vinegar at this point. I have no idea. And then we have the Saga of Mushroom Friend. So this little guy was the June freebie that came with that yarn for the knit crate, and I had no idea what this little shit was for. I thought maybe it was a miniature Nasta bind. That's why the hand-dyed yarn, the yarn that I dyed myself, is caked in such a manner. I learned that I actually really quite like the Nasta pin, pardon me, sort of method of making cakes. So I think I might go find like my selenite wand or something and see if that works to cake up another thing. Who knows? But it's for darning socks. It didn't even occur to me. Like, who had my brain cells that day? Who had them? I have like 3. Who had them? I had written down here to complain about the Artemis Fowl movie. I loved those books so much. They are such good books. And they were done dirty by that movie. Like, it looked really good. The movie looked really, really good. The CGI was great, the filming was great, the costumes were great. But they changed quite a few handful, like they changed 4 or 5 sorts of different, like, they changed a whole bunch of facts about it, like plot points. Like Commander Root is a man in the books, and Holly is the only female in LEP, and that's her plot, is that she's the first female in LEP. Artemis's dad does not realize that the fairies are real, does not know that. He was kidnapped by Russians. You're not supposed to know Dom's name. Like, knowing Domovoy's name, Butler's name, is like a book 4 or 5 sort of plot point. Like, Opal is not the big bad until that same sort of time period. I don't remember mention of Holly's dad in the books. But I guess they had to bring in, like, Holly redeeming her father's name, since they removed her plot point of being the first woman in LEP. Yeah. And then, oh my god, work. Trying to find a job. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't. Alright, so that is it. That is the end of the episode. Thank you for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, I really appreciate you, and I'm sorry about how long this probably is. I bet you it's like 2 fucking hours. I'm gonna go wash my hair and face, get into some slightly cozier clothes, and get back to knitting, and watch on YouTube. Oh! I wanted to talk about Animal Crossing really quick, actually. So, Animal Crossing, if y'all want to play with me, hit me up. I suggest DMing me on the Instagrams. I am Catnip Invader there. So, yeah. Anyway, toodles.